because heat is not good for bull kelp forests, okay? So when temperature gets above 18 degrees Celsius in the water, that makes it harder for bull kelp to survive.
We're here on Bainbridge Island. Really an important thing to all of us. We've lost our kelp beds here just off the entrance of Eagle Harbor where the ferry boat comes into Bainbridge Island. Tell us what bull kelp is.
And bull kelp is this incredible canopy kelp forest that grows from the seafloor up to the sea surface, and it's got a bulb that brings it up to the surface and blades that flow from the bulb. So it creates this incredible forest-like vertical habitat structure that's great shelter for lots of different fish and invertebrates. It powers the food web, so lots of different things are ingesting kelp as it works its way up through the food web. So incredibly important to the health of Puget Sound.
Well, and Ms. Peabody and others are doing research about why we lost those kelp beds. Tell us what you're doing and what you've discovered so far.
Well, this particular kelp forest that grew off Wing Point was lost in 2015, and it was the last forest around Bainbridge Island that disappeared. There's been the loss of approximately 80% of bull kelp forests. In the South Sound down near Olympia, there's also been the loss of about 80% of kelp forests over the last 145 years. So these are parts of the Sound that have been really affected by these disappearances. So when temperature gets above 18 degrees Celsius in the water, that makes it harder for bull kelp to survive.
So we got a buoy out here. It's been out here
Yeah.
a couple of years. Just briefly, what is it monitoring where the bed used to be?
Okay, so this buoy in the background, it's one of 14 or 15 buoys that will be established around Puget Sound as part of an Eyes on Kelp initiative, so that we are keeping our eyes on what's happening with kelp forests. And we've got divers underwater who do annual ecological surveys in these places so they can see what's living in the kelp forests. And then also sensors that are mounted on buoys, that yellow buoy,
Pretty cool.
and on the floor so that they can monitor environmental conditions. It's incredible, actually, that Climate Commitment Act funds are being used to help not just restore kelp forests, but monitor the health of kelp forests, try to better understand the stressors that are contributing to the decline of kelp forests. So that was a big package of funding that came out of the 2023 legislative session, over $2.2 million from Climate Commitment Act that is funding priority work.
We are very appreciative of your research and your team. There's a lot of people working on this, working on a way to revegetate these beds, which we hope is successful. And I'm glad we have the Climate Commitment Act to help in your efforts. So
Me
keep
too.
it up. We don't like bullies, but we like bull kelp.
Awesome. Thank you.